It's so nice that you can join us by Skype, Chris. We're very excited.
Thanks for having me.
Your album, Beyond the Sun, pays tribute to a lot of the musical greats.
Crazy arms that reach to hold somebody new, but my burning heart keeps saying, you're not mine, not mine, not mine.
Where were you when you first heard this kind of music?
I'm lucky enough that my parents were smart and they had good taste. My dad listened to nothing but Johnny Cash, Elvis, Carl Perkins, Roy Orbison, B.B. King. It was all this stuff, all these great records. I didn't realize that they all came out of one little place in Memphis, Tennessee, until much later in my life. But I love that music growing up.
It's now or never. Come hold me tight.
Well, what appeals to you about this kind of music?
Well, I think I liked it because I'm a guitar player, and growing up, we didn't really have musical lessons, so we taught ourselves to play guitar, and you could learn those songs. They were simple enough that you kind of felt like you could pick them out. I mean, I keep a close watch on his heart and mind. Even if you can't play, you can figure that much out and start twanging along.
No, I don't wanna fall in love.
When you wrote Wicked Game, did you have such a haunting song in mind?
I just had a haunting woman in mind. And I'll tell you the truth, I don't think there's a guy out there in America that even knows I was in that video. They only know that there's a woman in there, Helena Christensen, and she was so good looking. I think that's why people like that video, is because of her. The less of me, the better.
Well, we're certainly going to get more of you in Montreal. When you perform in Montreal, what do you like about that city and that audience?
I like Montreal because they have strict extradition rules. And for a guy like me who travels, breaks the law, that's important. I'm kidding. I just love Montreal. The audiences there are wild. I remember being in Montreal, and it's funny what you remember, but I just remember playing in Montreal and looking over at my guitar player with the biggest grin on his face, and women were climbing up the stage to dance next to him. That's Montreal.
Well, what can your fans look forward to at the meet and greet?
Well, we usually go and try to play some music for them. We play some of our songs, and then if they don't like what we're playing, we also know some Grateful Dead, some ABBA, and some Blue Oyster Cult we'll throw in. We just, it's just kind of like coming backstage and hanging out with the band for a while, so it shouldn't be too painful.